Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about girls water polo with Dan Albano, who covers the sport so gosh darn well with all the videos and blogs and everything else we've got going on at OCVarsity.com. What's coming up? We got some big games coming up this week, Dan.
We do. Right now we're in the middle of the week. One thing I'm looking at is on Thursday is Villa Park playing host to Rosary. Rosary, a top 10 team all year, been playing one of the toughest schedules, if not the toughest schedule in Orange County. They're coming off a very good Trinity League victory on Tuesday against Santa Margarita, and they're taking on Villa Park, Division II team to keep an eye on. They could be the Century League champions. Villa Park's been out of the top 10 for a lot of this year after kind of a slow start, some early season struggles, but I'm looking to see where the Lady Spartans come out on this one. I haven't seen Rosary. Of course, Rosary's got this great duo, and they had a great game yesterday, Tuesday. They have Hannah Krogan going to UCI and Katie Rigler going to Princeton. Rigler is a really strong 2-meter player at center, and Hannah Krogan is a great very good attacker. So that should be an interesting game. And then we're working toward on Saturday is the Catella hosted tournament, and that's a pretty good tournament. There's a couple teams I'm interested to see. I'm going to go over there for the championship game, 4:30 at Catella on Saturday. Looking at two of the top seeds, Tustin out of the Century League as well, and then La Habra, a contender out of the Freeway League. So that's a depth tournament, I would say. Both those teams, I think both teams will be playoff teams, Tustin and La Habra. La Habra out of a very tough Freeway League, and but I think there's some other good teams in there that I'm interested to see. Some improved teams. I think one team out there is Western, team to watch come playoff time as always, and Godinez is a very improved team. They're lower seed. They lost a tough one to Santa Ana Valley.
That's neat.
Yeah, their third-year program. Jose Montes is doing a nice job. They lost a tough one yesterday to Valley. 7-6, and that was probably kind of maybe the battle for Santa Ana Pride there.
Okay.
That might have. They do an unofficial city championship kind of tournament with all their games during the year, and it might be Valley this year. Valley's and probably Valley was the team last year out of the Santa Ana district.
You know, I was looking at the top 10, and you just mentioned Rosary and their tough schedule, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Rosary is the only county top 10 team with a sub-500 record, something like 7-11 or something like that.
Yeah, like 7.
Who have they lost to? They must have lost some killer teams, and they're still in the top 10 at 7-11.
Yeah, they played a very good tournament. I know two of their losses are to Edison. Edison's top 10 team. They went up and played Dos Pueblos on the road. They went and played Santa Barbara on the road. They've been in the Holiday Cup and the Santa Barbara Tournament of Champions. So they played a really strong schedule. And that's what Mustafa Hassan, the coach, likes to do. He knew at the beginning of the year this is going to be a really tough schedule. He looks to play the toughest teams, and he tries to tell his team not to worry too much about the record. And Mustafa is one guy that really looks to peak at the end of the year. So what is he? He's looking to win that Trinity League championship. He's looking, he's trying to beat Mater Dei, and that's where it's going to be for them. And he did the same thing with the Servite boys. He'll take his lumps and he'll work through it. And they lost some key components, but they have some people back from last year. So I think Mustafa is not one who's going to panic. And and with the schedules that the water polo teams play, that's going to happen sometimes.
You know, you mentioned the Servite boys. I know this is the girls water polo segment, but I saw that you had on the blogs a pretty well-known aquatics last name is transferring over to Servite.
Yeah, really huge transfer.
Yeah.
Really huge transfer on the boys water polo side. And I'm sure a lot of the girls water polo players follow this. Hopefully everybody's following each other in the boys and girls water polo.
Some of the Hucos were girls.
Sure.
Girls
yeah, Luke
athletics.
Huco, all-county, second-team all-county player. He's going to be one of the best players in Orange County next year. And he was this year. He was at J. Sarah, and he is transferred to Servite. So, and that's where his brother Adam Huco was a standout player, was a county player of the year, in fact, before he went on to Pepperdine. So this is a pretty big transfer, and it's a tough blow for J. Sarah, which got to the Division II finals last year, lost to Mater Dei, and they lost. I think they're graduating about 3 or 4 of their top guys this year, and Adam was one of the key guys coming back for sure. So, but he's back.
Adam.
Excuse me, Luke was one of the.
So many Hucos.
There's been a few Hucos, and they are all outstanding players for the most. I can't think of one Huco that has not been good.
Kidding.
They've been at San Clemente, they've been at Corona del Mar, Laguna Hills, Servite, Rosary. I mean, they've been just about everywhere.
It's an amazing aquatics family.
And they are outstanding. And Luke is really good.
Almost like the Spicers were at Sunny Hills in the 70s.
I think there's definitely more Hucos out there than the Spicers, though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's going on here in girls water polo. Dan Albano keeps everything going with all the blogs and video reports and so much else at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.